Excuse me. Is this Angelina Wilfrinson's number?
Yes, it is. Who are you?
Thank God for that. I can't believe it actually turned out to be right. I finally found you again, Mom. I'm so pleased.
Huh? I'm not sure I follow.
Mom, it's me. It's me, Becky. I need your help. I'm terrified of what might happen to me if I don't get out of this place soon.
Huh? Becky? Are you saying you remembered my number off by heart? How is that even possible? It's been so long. It's been 3 years, my darling. Is it really you?
I can't explain it myself. I didn't expect it to be actually right, so I'm relieved it is. I'm sorry to message you out of the blue like this. My phone's being hidden from me, so I couldn't message you from my own.
Being hidden? What's that supposed to mean? Someone's hiding your phone? What? Who would do such a thing?
My mother-in-law.
Bessie? Why would Bessie do something like that? That's one of the craziest things I've ever heard. I've been so worried about you, my dear. I can't tell you how relieved I am that you reached out to me like this. So what's going on? Why are you in trouble?
Well, you see, thing is, Bessie's been in control of my phone the whole time I've been here. I didn't even have the freedom to message you. The only reason I'm able to message you now is because Chris forgot to take my phone with him like he usually does when he went out to buy groceries. He left it on the living room table by mistake, and I took my chance. I figured this might be the only chance I ever get to message you again.
She's been in control of your phone? What on earth does that even mean? You mean like supervision? But why would she do something like that?
I'm pretty sure it's to stop me from asking anyone for help, or telling anyone about the things they're doing to me at this house.
Help? What the hell are they doing to you? Becky, what on earth is going on in that house? I haven't heard a thing from you ever since you married Henrik and moved in with him and his parents. I had no idea you'd end up in such an awful situation. If I did, I never would have let you go.
Believe me, Mom, I wanted to reach out to you. I wanted to more than anything, but they stopped me every time I tried. They told me to forget you and Dad even existed on the day I married Henrik and moved in with them. Every single day is a struggle. I'm not sure how much longer I can take it. I want to see you again, Mom.
I was so worried about you, dear. I tried calling you so many times I lost count. Then I even tried calling Bessie, but she bluntly told me it's rude to contact your daughter's new family unannounced and put the phone down on me. Before she did that, she did tell me you were lively and well and had plenty of money to get by, which did at least put my mind at rest a little. Still, I was astonished by her rudeness. I couldn't get through to her anymore after that.
Yeah, she told me about that. She was livid that you called and gave me heaps of abuse for it.
Oh my God, Becky, I'm so sorry. I had no idea. What the hell is wrong with that family? I need you to tell me everything. How exactly did things get this way?
Well, they're making me work 14-hour shifts every day without breaks. I'm basically her slave. Henrik or his dad are useless. They won't do a thing to stop her. They're not as bad as she is, but at the same time, they just look the other way and pretend it's not happening.
Her slave? You mean she's making you work on their farm?
Yeah, of course there's that. But afterwards, when I finish up on the fields, she forces me to do all of the housework.
All of it?
Everyone wakes up early, so I have to get up before them to cook everyone's breakfast. Bessie flips out at me if there isn't enough food, or if the cereal I choose wasn't to her liking that day. So I have to get up at 4 a.m. to get enough food ready that she's satisfied. After that, I have to do everyone's laundry and clean the entire house from top to bottom. Then I have to make everyone's lunch boxes and take it out to them on the fields. Then I have to help them work on the fields all day. When things in the farm are starting to draw to a close, when the sun starts to set, I have to go back inside to make the preparations for everyone's dinner. Then I run a bath for Henrik and his dad, who always get first priority on bathing. When they're done soaking, they get out and come for their evening beers in the kitchen, which I have to keep pouring until they're finished. When they're finished, I have to clean up after them. They don't even let me eat properly. They say, you don't get to eat at the big boys' table, Missy, 'cause you ain't a part of this family. You're just our daughter-in-law. And with that, they force me to eat their leftovers from the floor. After that, I have to make sure everyone's beds are nicely made and freshly perfumed, ready for them all to go to sleep. And then, and only then, is my day's work over. If I don't get even a single thing from everything I just listed done, they don't let me sleep inside the house. Oh, and when they do let me bathe, it's once a week in the dirty bathwater after they're all done.
What the hell am I reading? Are they seriously making you do all that? Oh my god! And they think you being their daughter-in-law justifies all this?
Right. But Bessie always says, what would have been the point of letting you marry into the family if you don't fulfill your womanly duties to the household? That's what they think daughter-in-laws are for, I guess.
What a disgusting, small-minded, outdated way of thinking. Where is Henrik in all this? Didn't he say anything?
Henrik? No, he's useless. He just accuses me of not making enough effort to get along with his mom. He says I'm not trying hard enough. That's literally all I ever get from him. I gave up on counting on him for anything a long time ago.
I can't believe this. Oh, this can't be happening to my daughter. Oh, you poor, poor thing. I can't believe Bessie's treating you like this. Oh, she's evil, plain and simple. And to think Heinrich turns a blind eye. I'm so disappointed in him. I was sure he'd take good care of you.
Whenever we go out, like to the supermarket or something, Bessie's super friendly. It's like she's my best friend all of a sudden. But when we're at home, it's like she's a completely different person. Henrik just blindly does whatever she tells him to. His little brother and his wife live with us too, but that just means I have 2 more people to cook and clean for. I can't take this anymore, Mom. I want to come home.
Becky, where's everyone right now? Is there anyone in the house with you?
No, it's just me. They all went on vacation together.
What? On vacation? And they left you behind on your own?
Yep. They still don't acknowledge me as part of the family because I'm the daughter-in-law. It's a daughter-in-law's job to stay behind and look after the house. Once you start completing the housework and your job to an acceptable degree, we'll acknowledge you as part of this family. And that's why they ordered me to stay behind and watch the house.
I see. Well, if they're on vacation, does that mean no one will be coming home today?
Yep. They said they'd be back tomorrow evening.
Got it. Becky, I want you to do exactly as I tell you. Make your preparations to leave that house immediately. Get all your important things together so that you never have to go back to that house again.
What?
When I showed your dad your messages, he ran to the kitchen, grabbed the car keys, and said he's gonna come out to get you immediately. I've never seen him so mad in the 40 years I've known him. We're coming to get you right now. I'll be there too. Just hold on tight for a little longer, Becky.
What? Like right now? You're gonna drive all the way out to Oklahoma? By car? Mom, that's a 6-hour drive.
We can hardly stand by and do nothing while our daughter gets abused by the in-laws from hell. If there was a way out of this, surely it's when they're all on vacation away from the house. We're on our way. Hold tight.
Okay, Mom.
What?
I'm so sorry I couldn't message you all this time. Oh, and thank you. Really, I mean it.
Oh, don't be silly, dear. You don't have anything to thank us for. Of course we're going to help you. You're our daughter, and we love you more than anything in the world. You're more important to us than our own lives. All right, hold tight. We'll be there as quick as we can.
Hello? Angelina? You need to pick up the phone. What in heck in tarnation's name was that letter you left on the table? You ain't gonna get away with trying to pull this crap while we was all on the way on vacation, y'all hear me? Your daughter belongs to us now. Give her back.
Actually, we took our daughter back yesterday evening, and we'll be keeping her. You've been treating her awfully. What the hell is wrong with you people? I don't know if it's because she knows she can finally relax, but she fell fast asleep the moment she got back here.
Treating her awfully. What's that supposed to mean?
Don't play dumb with me, woman. You know exactly what it means. Do you think I don't know? Becky told me everything. I know about all the things you were doing to her at that house.
The things we're doing to her? Geez, lady, I ain't ever heard anything so dramatic in my life. How about y'all stop trying to paint me like I'm some kind of comic book villain? Who am I? Hitler? Let me guess. She complained about the housework. Listen here, Angie. You want to know why I made her do the housework? All right, I'll tell you. 'Cause it's a wife's job to do the housework. Simple, right?
Even if we accept for the sake of argument that she did have a duty to help out sometimes, what you made her do crossed the line. And that's not all. She told me all about how you wouldn't let her eat at the dinner table with you and forced her to eat your leftovers off the floor when you were done.
You kidding me? Like how we do something like that? That's just plain mean. That girl got 3 square meals a day living with us, and I won't hear anything to the contrary. Back in my day, you'd be lucky if you got to eat once, you hear me? Once! God darn it! That girl's a nutcase. I knew she was a little crazy, but I never knew it was so bad she'd go around making up a load of bullcrap about me and my family.
Letting her eat your cold leftovers off the floor 3 times a day does not constitute 3 square meals. People treat their dogs better than you treated my daughter. You forced her to clean the entire house every day, despite the fact she was clearly beyond her physical and mental breaking point. She'd lost 30 pounds when we finally saw her again. What did you plan on doing if she collapsed?
God darn it, this is why I didn't let her message you.
What?
I had to confiscate her phone to protect the harmony of the household. How's we supposed to enjoy a peaceful existence with you butting your nose in where it ain't welcome every 5 minutes? I can't believe she went rooting round it to find while we were on way on vacation. This is theft, plain and simple. This is gonna sound rude, but you know what? I don't care. You're a failure as a mother, Angelina, and you should be ashamed of yourself.
Excuse me?
Kids these days are so quick to complain. What the hell happened to just getting on with it? Back in my day, if we went around having tantrums and kicking up a fuss like your princess is, we got the belt. You screwed up raising your girl. The world's gone to the dogs. You got any idea how much trouble your precious little princess caused us by pulling this insane little stunt of hers? Do ya? We treated her with nothing but kindness to help her get used to her new home. And this is how she repays us? It's a good darn slap in the face, and we ain't gonna forgive her for it.
You did all that crap to help her get used to her new home? If this is your idea of kindness, you need to see a psychiatrist. If you were serious about making my Becky feel at home and welcoming her into the family, would it have really killed you to take her on vacation with you? The fact you left her alone at the house while you were all out having fun tells me all I need to know. She had no free time because you forced her to spend every waking hour cleaning the house, working the farm, and doing odd jobs for you. She wasn't even allowed to use her own phone, for crying out loud. You pretty much treated her like your slave.
Wait, what? No way. Are you kidding? You mad we left her to watch the house to go on a vacation? Lord have mercy. What choice do we have? You think we can afford to take her on fancy vacations with us? She was basically living with us for free by the time you stole her from us, you know? We were in no position to be taking her on our vacation to Little Timmy's Wet n Wild Fun Park. Who you think we are, Donald Trump? We ain't made of money, darling.
Living there for free? How do you work that one out when she was working 14 hours a day?
Clutch my pearls. Wooey, what she want? A medal? That was her duty as my son's wife. You think she's the only girl who ever did this or something? I did the same back when I was a young girl. It's called a rite of passage.
You even made her prepare your underwear and pajamas when you got done in the bathtub, didn't you? She was nothing more to you than a maidservant. As if that wasn't bad enough, you even made her cook for and clean up after your second son and his wife. I cannot believe you.
You can't seriously expect me to have her let her sit around on the sofa doing nothing all day. It's called using the available manpower. And it's what anyone with a brain would have done in my situation. Jeez, would you quit whining at me already? It's just like they say, the more the merrier. I figured it'd be more fun if my Otto and his girl lived with us. So I let them stay when they asked if they could. It's hardly like looking after an extra 2 people was a big deal. You know what pisses me off the most about all this? Is how you seem to think it's A-okay to stick your nose into my family's business. Becky belongs to us. And you had no right to take her. It's a woman's duty to serve her husband and his family. And you had no heckin' right to come barging into our house and take her.
Have you ever heard of something called cooperation? Why couldn't you help her sometimes? Why did you have to force her to do literally everything around the house on top of the farm work? You went too far, Bessie. Surely you know forcing her to do everything was wrong.
It's called wife training. How was she supposed to be a good partner to my Henrik if I didn't show her the ropes first? Anyway, I ain't got nothing more to say to you. It's time for you to give me my daughter-in-law back. Her chores are piling up like crazy. She's way behind on everything now 'cause of your meddling.
No way. She is never going back there. I won't allow it. She's divorcing Henrik and never wants to see you, any of you, ever again. Those are her words, not mine.
What in the Lord's name are you talking about? You're dreaming if you think we're gonna let you get away with this. Who's gonna do the housework now?
How about you do it yourself? You said it yourself. You did the same things you made Becky do when you were young, right? That makes you an expert. Don't worry, you'll breeze it.
Fine. I see how it is. If that's how you gonna play this, then so be it. To think, we tried so hard to get along with that girl, and this is how she repays us? Divorce. I can't think of anything sweeter. The sooner we can see the back of that Ingrid, the better. What difference does it make to us whether a useless, good-for-nothing like her sticks around or not? Good riddance.
I think you'll understand the difference having my daughter around in that housemaid soon enough. But since we'll be in trouble if you tried to pull any tricks to worm your way out of the divorce, we'll be stopping by at your house later today with the whole family. Mark my words, Henrik and Becky will be thoroughly hashing everything out so we can iron out all of the procedures and put you and your no-good family behind us once and for all.
You got some damn nerve, woman. Does it feel good sitting up there on that high horse, looking down on us, even though you're the one in the wrong? You make me sick. Don't come crawling back to us when she regrets it later. Angelina, you there? You got a minute? I gotta speak to you about something. It's about Becky.
What do you want? The divorce procedures have already been finalized. We have our compensation, too. So I'm pretty sure me and you have nothing more to discuss. Go on, make it quick.
Forget the compensation. We gave up trying to fight it.
You didn't give up on it, dear. You just didn't have any choice but to pay it. My daughter kept a diary of every single thing you did to her in that house so that when the day came, she'd be able to use it to damn you to rights. She hid it so you wouldn't find out. I have no idea where she was keeping it, but it was so worn out I can only begin to imagine the lengths she had to go to keep you from finding it. We have medical certificates, too.
For the bruises? No way. She just bumped into the cupboard. That girl was always clumsy.
Quit lying. Even just the thought of how skinny she was when we came to rescue her. Even just thinking about all the horrible things you subjected her to makes me livid.
I wouldn't call it horrible. It was just, how to put it, maybe we got a little carried away sometimes, but it was never anything serious. Or maybe it was just our accent. That's it. You know how people with different accents can sound harsh when you're not used to them? I bet that's all this is. Besides, we fed her, didn't we? Ain't once she didn't go hungry, and that's a fact. Anyway, enough of this trivial bullcrap. I messaged you today for a reason. I was hoping I could ask you for a favor.
A favor?
Yep. It's about Becky. Can we have her back?
Excuse me?
To tell you the truth, things have gotten a little more difficult since my second son Otto and his wife moved in with us. There's so much housework to do now. Things ain't just running the way they used to. I want Becky to be a darling, come back to this house, and help us with the cooking, the cleaning, laundry, and on the farm like she used to.
You've got to be joking me. You do know my daughter has absolutely nothing to do with you and your family anymore, right? Are you seriously asking for her help? Are you completely deranged? Besides, all those things you just mentioned are the things you forced her to do by herself for years on end.
Angelina, please. I ain't no spring chicken anymore, you know. These hands done their fair share working. It's someone else's turn now. Who better than Becky? She knows the family. She knows our house. She knows how to tend to the animals on the farm. If she ain't the perfect candidate to come in and lend a helping hand, then I don't know who is. Besides, she was family once. If we're honest here, I think we all know you should send her back my way. We all got together and decided on it as a family last night. So, I'm sorry to trouble you, but you'll need to make sure she back here by first thing tomorrow morning.
I can't do that. There's not a human being on this planet who'd go back into a hellish situation like that of their own volition. You only used the word family when it suits you. You treated her as less than garbage when she actually lived with you. You are unbelievable. I don't ever want to hear from you again. Do I make myself clear?
Tell me, lady, just who the hell do you think you are? Just because you happen to be her mama don't mean you get to make decisions like that on her behalf.
Oh, yes it does. This steaming pile of bullcrap isn't even worthy of my daughter's consideration.
I want you to pass on a message. Tell Becky that if she comes back, we promise to take her on a vacation with us this time.
Please tell me you don't seriously think that that's going to change her mind. You really have no idea how much you hurt her, do you? I mean, just take Henrik. He was a total jerk from start to finish when they were discussing the divorce agreements. I wanted to punch him square in his smug face when he told Becky he was glad they were divorcing because it meant he could finally be free of her whining. If you think she'd have any interest in going back to that, you're even more detached from reality than I thought.
Fine, whatever. I'll see to it that my boy Henrik says sorry. Happy now?
How about you apologize yourself first? It's not like it would change anything, but it would at least show you have a shred of human decency hiding in there somewhere. I have nothing more to say to you, so I'll be going now.
Wait, me and you are the same age, Angelina. Surely you know what I'm talking about. Housework can be difficult.
Your son's second wife lives with you, right? How about you and her work together to get it done?
No, that girl, I can't use her for anything. She's useless. She's cocky, stubborn, pig-headed, and doesn't show me the slightest bit of respect. All she does is play on her phone when she's at home.
Wow, really? You know what that means, Bessie? It's time to confiscate her phone to protect the harmony of the household. That kind of thing is your strong suit, right?
Heck, no, there ain't no way I can do that.
Right? The only reason you controlled, bullied, and abused my daughter is because she's too kind and gentle-hearted to stand up to you. The fact you're too much of a coward to do the same to your other daughter-in-law means you must know she's not the kind of person to tolerate it, right? Long story short, you're a pathetic bully who only picks on those weaker than her. You'll never see my daughter again for as long as you live. I swear on it.
No, wait. It wasn't like that, I swear. I'm begging you. I know. How does this sound? If you send her back here, I'll let her eat potatoes for free. As many as she wants. Whenever she wants them. Surely you send her now. Right?
Never message me again. Potatoes haven't held any bargaining power since the medieval period.
With that, my ex-husband's family disintegrated in the blink of an eye. I don't know if it was because I'd been acting as their live-in slave for so long, but it seems like they got dangerously used to not having to do anything. When I left, the atmosphere became crazy tense when the housework started to pile up, and the food stopped getting cooked because no one could be bothered to lift a finger. A peculiar Mexican standoff that consisted of everyone simultaneously doing nothing broke out, and familial relations hit rock bottom. My ex-husband and mother-in-law were so desperate to get me back that they even tried showing up once at my mom and dad's place. Thankfully, my dad stormed outside and flipped out at them in a rage so thunderous they never dared come near the house ever again. I found this out later on, but apparently, Bessie's second son and his wife had a severe gambling addiction. Even more amusingly, it turns out that was the reason why he ended up moving back in with his mom. Bessie, not knowing about her son's issues, welcomed him back with open arms, thinking he just wanted to spend some time with his family. Later going on to brag to me about how much happier she was to have them around. In a hilarious irony, she was unknowingly inviting a pair of sponging leeches into the family home. Life must be a living hell in that house right now. As for me, I managed to find a new job after escaping that hellhole, and I'm currently working on building my ideal life. A life filled with love, joy, and happiness. Of course, I'm doing it partly for myself, but also in part to show my gratitude to my amazing parents for saving my life.